Hello everyone, Irene here in my art studio in the south of France. This time starting off with a drawing on canvas. I use lots and lots of techniques, lots and lots of layers in this painting process. We're going with crayons, pastels, inks, paints, collage, to name a few. So hope you enjoy the process and hope you pick up some tips and techniques along the way. So here I'm using some Caran d'Ache crayons. I really like these. And if you notice in the beginning, I did spray my canvas down with water. So as you will see here, well, you can see it start happening now. You get these drips coming down when you add the colour. So this is a painting that I've been working on for quite a while now. Too long really, but I've been keeping it to one side, working on it bit by bit. Keep going back to it, keep changing it. You'll see how much it changes in this video. And I have talked about it in other videos, but I've never shown it to anybody, so this is the big reveal. I had this idea of this portrait being surrounded by nature. You can see I'm doing some foliage, I've done flowers. In the bottom there, I'm adding some lavender, and I think you can just see where I'm going in there now on the face as well. I wanted to put some lavender. I wanted to have this imagery where you can't see where the nature starts and the portrait stops, kind of thing. Ideas down, and now I'm going in with some acrylic paints, just filling in the spaces. I mean, I don't very often start with a drawing. My usual way of working is to just dive straight in there. I've been trying it out in a few of my latest paintings, and if you've seen recent videos you'll see that, but if you look back at older videos then you'll see the other way that I'm talking about. Oh, here I'm getting very serious. I'm going in with some inks, and the inks really do stain your fingers, so when I remember, like I did here, I do add some gloves. I really liked this little bit. It reminded me of what are they called, the dream catchers. It's amazing when you look back on a video like this and you, oh gosh, yes, I really like that bit. So as I'm looking back on this, I'm thinking that this could very well be one of the last paintings for now, which is, you know, never say never, that I will start with a drawing. I like to dive in there. I like to get in there and make marks and let the marks that I make speak to me and then make decisions on what imagery I want to create, and I really want to try and get back to that. I've enjoyed this. I've been experimenting. I've got a couple of other paintings to finish where I started with drawings, but I think I'm going to get back to my usual intuitive way of creating. I just love that, starting a new canvas and going crazy. Not that I don't go crazy with this one, which you will see very, very soon. Here I'm starting with a few spray paints. See, I don't like it when it starts getting too realistic, and I really struggled with this painting. As you'll see, it went from messy to realistic, which I didn't like, and then messy again, and I think that has all come about from having that initial drawing there to start with. I hope you can work this out. I'm working flat on the table, and I've kind of turned it round on its side. So I'm going a bit crazy with colour here. Still with acrylic paints, changing the size of my brush here, using a bigger brush. I'm telling myself that every painting goes through this ugly stage. I think that sometimes you can get too close to a painting and too precious about it. I mean, looking back on this now, I can see that I should have just gone in on the face a lot sooner than what I did, because you'll see later that I do. As I'm working around all these top areas, which I'm preferring a lot, becoming more abstract, what I want, and the face no. Working flat again here, and working on the face, and it's just getting more and more and more realistic, which is just totally what I don't want. I do like turning my paintings upside down now and again to get a different perspective. And this is why it's taken so long to be able to show this painting, because it just feels, half of it feels like me and half of it doesn't feel like me. It's really bizarre. And it took me quite a while. So here I decide to go in with one of my fave techniques, silver and gold leaf. I decided enough was enough and did some covering up. I really do love using this. I love that. Do you know what I love about it? The unpredictability. And I think that's what I'm about. I love putting something down and reacting to it. Yeah, I've just made that decision. I've just made that realization. Well, not really, because of course I knew that, but it's really amazing when you look back on your videos and talk over them like this. I have said this in videos before, but if you're an artist and you can do this, then I would really recommend it, even if it's just for yourself. Here I grabbed a stencil, and I had this idea to put a bird in the background. So I found this stencil which I thought would make some nice wings, and I tried that out. But in the end I didn't like it. Wiped it away, and then just standing back I kind of saw this bird image in the painting, which is the thing that I've been talking about all along this video, of seeing something and pulling it out, and that's exactly what I did here, and that's exactly what I love doing. So this was such a back and forth process, going in and going crazy, pulling it back. Why? I don't know. But I'm liking all around, I'm liking all the surrounding areas, I'm just not liking this face. And I think I just don't know what to do with it. Until I get this new idea. So I'm making a start. I feel like I'm making progress here because I worked on this flower and I started to bring it down. But I still really wasn't liking this eye. So watch what I do next. Trusty palette knife to the rescue. Yeah, I grabbed some paint, I grabbed my palette knife, grab a big blob and go for it. So she has almost disappeared now, but I am feeling a lot better about it at this stage. I don't think I said that at this stage I am using oil paints. I've moved on to oil paints. Let me know if you've done this, if you've done something and you've worked hard on it, you've kept working and working, then you just went bam, and you just painted over it. You can see on the table there's oil sticks, there's oil pastels, and I was using those as well. I'm not sure why that bit, I didn't record that bit, but a real mix. It add quite a few glazes, especially to the background. Here's one of my favourite things to do at the minute, scraping off paint with a piece of card, putting paint on, scraping paint off. If you're enjoying watching the video, watching the process, maybe picking up some tips and techniques, then make sure to subscribe and click for notifications to be informed when I put out a new video. Much appreciated. It keeps me motivated and encourages me to make more videos. I always try to be aware of trying not to make the video too boring and too long, so I do speed things up in areas. Let me know what you think. There I was using a knife to kind of chop off the ends of the paint sticks because they'd gone quite dry, some of them, so just kind of carving into them to get back to the nice softer bit. Back up on the easel at last. So I was just looking at this painting, sat back over there, and I just thought it needed some of this dark contrast coming in next to these lights. And well, I think it's almost finished. I'm really happy that it's not a self-portrait, but I feel as if it could be, because it makes me feel of how I feel when I'm out walking in nature, especially now it's the springtime. And I mean, it could be anybody, it could be you walking in nature, and how you feel at one with nature, merging in, and she's merging into nature. There's birds, I can hear them singing outside, these two birds here. In France we have lots of lavender, so I've got that in there, and these flowers, and I feel like it's almost finished. Yeah, maybe play around with it a little bit more, maybe a few more glazes, I'm not sure. Go back and sit and have a look at it, and just normally using lots of oil paints and sticks, and I'm really enjoying adding these pastels, these oil pastels, especially on these finishing touches. As I say, I may go back in again a little bit more like usual, but I'll leave the video for now. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Au revoir.